Hey traders, and welcome back. All right, some of you have some questions in regards to how the strategy is going to work based on the trend box and the actual dashboard and the VTA system. So this is going to be an overview so you can better understand how the system works. So basically what is going to happen is that when the market makes a new high or a new low, well, we have to figure it out when the market is going to shift in that structure, when it's going to change a trend, or when we're actually in a trend. So in order to understand this, so let me just give you a brief example. When the market makes a new high, so let's say this was a new high, a rectangular box is going to be drawn, an open box, and it's going to take the last bearish candle, the high and the low of that candle, and then it in a way has to also count the right hand side candle. So this is going to be drawn like this for you automatically. So when this box gets drawn, is letting me know that the market is making a new high, and this is going to act as a support. The market come back in here and bounce off again in here, keep on going higher. Or if the market breaks it, then that is going to let me know that the market is actually is going to change structure. So here the market made a new high compared to this high. So again, we will draw a box and look right over here. The market came back in here, it bounced off in here, and then it went back up, and then it made a new high compared to this high. So the indicator is going to be drawing this box. So it's going to, as soon as it starts to make a new high, it's going to redraw again until it gets broken. So right over here, then another box will get drawn, and of course these ones will be erased. Okay, so this one will be deleted, and then this one will be deleted, and then this new box will get drawn because we got a new high compared to this high. And again, we will take the open, pretty much it's going to take the open and the low of the last bearish candle where the market made a new high. So this is called an order block. So then the market made a new high, it came back down in here, and it kept bouncing off, and it went back higher. So now that the market made a new high right over here, then this thing is going to get erased, and we're going to get a new box drawn right over here. And again, this is letting me know that the market is making a new high, and it's already giving me heads up that the market is going to change structure sooner or later, right? So here it is, the market made a new high, the price came back inside to our box, our trend box or order block, and it keeps bouncing off in here. So again, we're gonna have different strategies, or how we're going to use it when we actually could sell, when we get out over here, or when actually we're gonna enter when the market actually breaks this box. Okay, so this is the way it's going to be designed. So now let me just show you now that it's actually doing it. So this is now doing it for me automatically. So again, when the market actually, so right over here, the market, the red box, it's going to be bearish, so we have to look for sell entries. This is on the 15 minutes. So the lower the time frame, the more boxes is gonna get drawn, and then of course we have to look for which one is the best one. You're gonna get that on the course as well, and then you have to be just because we get every signal, it doesn't mean that every signal is right. So right over here, finally we this box over here, this green one, the market made a low compared to this low. So a box, it would have been a green box like this one. This one is red because when the market breaks it, when the market is going up and it breaks it at the bottom, so that means we look for sell entries. And then when the market breaks on top of it, we have to look for buy entries. Pretty much that's what it is. So right over here, the market made a new low, it would take in the last bullish candle, the last bullish candle. When the market is going down, it will take the last bullish candle when the market made a new low, and then the opposite when it's going higher. So now that it actually broke it in here, there are two things that we can do. We can either get in as soon as it actually breaks it, or the market come back in here, retest this area over here. It's gonna retest this area, and when the market comes back in here, we can actually keep on going buying and buying until it actually, this new box order block gets actually broken. So again, we went over that it would draw every time the market will make a new high, and once it gets broken, that's when we actually start to see that the market is making a shift, right? It's going to turn around. So the best way that we're going to use this is that we're going to go to a higher time frame. We're going to either go to 1 hour, 4 hours. Right now it's actually not showing it to me because we're off the market. But pretty much what we're going to do is that let me look for one that is actually drawn. So right over here, I know we have a lot of couple stuff in here, but let's say if I go to the 4 hours, so what I'm going to do is, let's say I have one right over here, a bullish block, right? That this is letting me know that the market is going to go up now. Now that it was broken, then we're looking for buy entries on a smaller time frame. So this is a 4 hour block right over here, and you can tell that it broke it, it went up, it came back down to retest this box, and then it kept going higher. So the strategy here is, once we know that the box was actually broken in higher time frames, what we're looking for in a smaller time frames, whether it's 15 minutes, 1 hour, or even 5 minutes, then we're going to buy and buy, because we're going with the trend of the higher time frames, right? So right over here, this is a perfect example. So we're just gonna keep buying and buying and buying, and the way the dashboard is going to look, again, this is just just a sample of how it's going to look, but pretty much it's going to give us the pair. We're gonna go based on ADR and the breaker. So pretty much what is going to let me know is, let's say, hey, you got a bullish breaker under the 15 minutes, or you got a 1 hour breaker under the 1 hour, 4 hours, and daily. So with this, once you know that under the 4 hour you have a bullish breaker will be this one, will be green. What we're doing is we're looking for other bullish on either the 1 hour or 15 minutes to happen, so that we can actually look for buying or selling opportunities, right? So if we know that on the 4 hour and daily we are on bullish, we are on an uptrend. So what we're looking for on the 1 hour and 15 minutes is, we want to look for buying opportunities, right? And over here we have the 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily zones. And what is going to happen is that when we have our zones, pretty much what we're going to do is this. Let me just show you here on this example. So this is considered a zone, right? So the market broke it right over here, the market went back up, and when the price comes back into the zone of the breaker and the actual low of the market, then we're gonna get an alert right over here, and it's gonna let us know that we're either under the 1 hour or 4 hour or daily zone. Right over here in pips is how much we're away from the zone, right? And so we can know that, hey, we're maybe 10 pips away from the zone. So the closer we are to that zone, the better it is that we can actually get in. The further away that we are from it, then what we're looking for is reversals, right? Because we can see that the market has moved away from it. So let's say, for example, we are 100 or 200 pips away from the zone. So the zone starts from right over here, from this, and then let's say we're like already here will be 374 pips away. So we could say, what, we're kind of far away, we could possibly look for a reversal entries, and that's how we're going to use our reversal entries, depending how far we are from the zone. So again, some of them are shorter, some of them are longer period of time. So right over here we have another bullish. This is a 4 hour. So again, the market was able to break it, so it turned into a color inside color, and the market came back into the zone multiple times. So again, we're going to be able to have that. So right over here, this is considered a zone. So I'm going to actually color it. Right over here, we're going to color it green, and we're going to color it. So pretty much now we know that we are in the zone. So the market comes back in here, it's considered a zone, and we're gonna get an alert, or we're gonna be able to see it on the dashboard. And then all we do is look for buying opportunities, right? We're gonna be looking for buying opportunities on a smaller time frame. So that's pretty much in a nutshell how this is going to work. So you're gonna go to the daily, if you like higher time frames, or smaller time frames. So this is a daily right over here. We got broken. So what we do is we look for sell opportunities. So pretty much, you have to just depending on what strategy you want to work on. You want to work on higher time frames or smaller time frames. That's really depending on what you like, right? and this is 15 minutes. So every time this box will get broken, we will be able to look for buying opportunities and selling opportunities. But now this is the best part of this, is that we have an alert system that not only are we going to get alerts when the box gets broken, but we're also going to get an alert that once you already know that the market is in the zone or we are going with the trend. So pretty much with the VTA system is that once we get the numbers 1, 2, and 3, preferably the 3, because especially if you're working on a 15 minutes, if that's what you like, then we would get an alert to enter right over here when the market actually breaks, you know, the signal candle and is going below our moving average. So we will get an alert entry right over here. So we would sell even before we actually, so we will already know that if we're on a trend on a 4 hour, you know, we have to sell on the 4 hour or 1 hour, even before we get our breaker box. Pretty much, you know, we call it a breaker because once it gets broken, we will be able to look for selling opportunities. So pretty much we will be able to sell over here when it's a little bit too late. So we will get our entry over here. Of course, you have to analyze and make sure that this signal that you're going with the trend, then you will enter a little bit ahead, and then once you see that it gets broken, you know, kind of that confirmation that you can keep on letting that trade running for a longer period of time. So again, with the VTA, then we got this number 3. We would be able to enter, you know, somewhere around here. It will give us an alert over here before it actually the breaker happens, and you will be able to enter way before it happens, before you get this breaker. Because let's say you get the breaker, you enter over here, so it didn't run for that much, right? So we wanna try to be able to get a better price when we sell or when we buy. So the way this is going to work is that this is just based on the 1 hour. It's not based on 15 minutes, but this is just the VTA alert. So right over here we had a 2, and it gave me an alert right over here to enter. So if we knew the 4 hour trend or the daily trend, this would have worked right here for 39 pips. So this is again the 1 hour. So we would have gotten an entry over here, then we would have gotten another entry right over here, another small entry over here. But again, we're not going to be able to follow every entry. You know, once we know what is our direction, and once we know what, you know, what's the best entries that we can look for, then we're not going to enter on every signal that we get. So right over here, you know, pretty much this would have been all of the signals that you would have gotten under the 1 hour. And you can say, you know, don't give me every single entry, give me just, let's say, number 2 entries and number 3. So right over here we had a nice buy entry that they would have worked for 35 pips. So you would be able to scan on your dashboard, quickly scan what is the overall trend, if we are in a zone. So let's say we are on a 4 hour or 1 daily zone, and you get an entry on the VTA. So let's say right now we are, let's say, on a 4 hour zone. Like, let's say we highlighted what is in the 4 hour, and what we do is like, hey, we got an alert, we're in a 4 hour zone, selling zone, let's find and get in on this alert even before the breaker happens. So I know it's a bit confusing, but it really, you know, it's not that complicated. We're just gonna be working on pretty much, you know, when we get the breakers, we're gonna know that the market was changing structure, and you know, we can either enter after the breaker or we can enter way before when we get the alert on the VTA, right? So it's gonna be very simple, it's gonna be very straightforward, but you know, you're gonna be able to detect, you know, you're gonna be a detective and be able to tell when the market is changing structure, when you're going to be able to enter, you're going to get your signals, you know. So again, this is 4 hour, 1 hour, this is 15 minutes right now, and that's pretty much the way it works on a nutshell. So right over here, this is a 1 hour breaker. So again, this would be closed once the actual market breaks this box. You know, before it would have been an open box, like right over here. Once it broke it, you would have been able to sell. The market comes back in here. If you're able to tell, this would have been our zone right over here. So we got the price come back into the zone, and we would have gotten an alert on the VTA to enter right over here. Pretty much we would have gotten a sell entry over here, and then we would be able to sell. Of course, you can actually enter way before you even get the alert, because you know this would have been already a sell zone, and you could even enter way higher, right? But you know, if you want that extra confirmation, then we would have gotten an entry right over here, and this would have been already 37 pips right over here. The market came back up into the up zone, closer to the zone, and again, so we're going to be able to know by pips how much away we are from it. And right over here we got another entry alert under the VTA, and you know this worked out for, you know, some 40 something pips. All right, traders, so take advantage of this coupon that I'm offering, so we can actually start trading on the next year. 2021 is going to be our year of trading, and let's make some pips, and I'll see you in the course.